Hey Scapers, today I'm testing out the Clue Relic in Leagues Catalyst. Truthfully, my cold and sickness have me a little bit behind on editing these videos, but it's mostly gone now with just a little bit of the cough lingering still. Previously, I took out a bunch of bosses with my newly unlocked melee combat relic and wrapped up the fight caves. Now let's get cracking on those clue scrolls. There is a really quick way to get to like 60 Dungeoneering without doing any Dungeoneering, through a quest called You Are It, and I'm going to be doing that next. One of these three start the quest, but I don't know which one. Oh, there we go, I found it. Start You Are It. You Are It completed. Now, it's an easy task, but the main goal for this one is actually the experience. And I mean, we get some clue scrolls out of it too. So this one's kind of weird because the necklace requires us to have 50 Dungeoneering to use the scanning feature on it. The scanning feature will point us towards these little trinkets that will give us experience in Dungeoneering. But if you know exactly where the trinkets are, like say if you're using the wiki, then you can just go to the spots, dig up the trinket, and get the experience without needing the level requirement. We can get all of the trinkets except for the one in Darkmire because there's a massive vampire quest chain blocking that one. But there's a whole bunch of them that will give us tons of experience. Let's start by heading over to Mauritania. So we've got one inside of Frankenstein's castle. I don't know how precise you have to be with the digging spots, but we'll just right click the old necklace and dig. And then if we find the right spot, we'll get it. There we go. And you saw that experience drop of Dungeoneering right there. I just advanced to 46 Dungeoneering levels from 1 to 47. I'm going to head to Fort 4 and 3 next because there's one up by the Salve River. Is it on this spot here? There we go. 7 more Dungeoneering levels up to 54. Okay, we're in Draenor now for the next one. Should be 2 tiles east of the rock. So that one, dig. Got it. 4 more Dungeoneering levels for 58. The last one I'm picking up is in Catherby. So it's between some flowers here. I think it might be between these ones. The white and the blue ones. Let's have a dig here. There we go. 3 more levels for 61. We can't finish the medallion without the last one though in Darkmire, so I'm just going to bank all of this for now. But it got me the goal. I actually wanted 55 for the Hellhound dungeon in Taverley. It's a really good spot where you can idle Hellhounds and get tons of clue scrolls. I'm sort of expecting to see a lot of people add Hellhounds, and yep, there's 2 people just in this base area, but the area in here, I'm not sure. I'm imagining a lot of people will be in here as well, because it's a fairly popular spot. Get a good chunk. There's nobody in here. That's amazing. Get a nice chunk of XP. 2 more levels for just entering here. Entering resource dungeons in general will give you a bunch of experience in Dungeoneering. Right, I'm only going to be leveling attack here, and the goal is to stay here until level 80 attack. There's a spot over here where you can just stand and slay them and they'll keep attacking you. Can't exactly remember the spot, but I think it's around here somewhere. And then we'll just stay here until 80 attack. Hopefully get a good amount of clues as well. Been about 30 seconds and I got my first clue. Just look at all the clue scrolls in the chat though. There's a solid 15 seconds between each clue scroll drop. It's kind of crazy. I've changed my bar a little bit for these ones, as this bar focuses more on multiple target enemies. So I've got, well, the best ultimate, Berserk, at the start. And then we've got Meteor Strike, which hits up to 8 enemies around me. Cleave also hits 8 enemies around me. Hurricane hits 9 enemies around me. Quake hits 8 enemies around me. And then we've got all my single target attacks after that. So it prioritizes the multiple hit abilities and lets me just delete these Hellhounds. As far as healing goes, the passive healing of the melee relic is enough to keep me going here. You'll have to reset the aggression every so often because they'll stop attacking you, so just run over to the door and then back over again. I feel like maybe I should touch upon the fact that I've not been using halberds this entire time. And really, you could have been using the rune one. I think I mentioned that a little while ago. That one's pretty cheap, but you don't really need to use a halberd. It's good, but every weapon is halberd range. So you get a little bit longer range, but it's by no means necessary to have one. And this is a level 70 weapon for all intents and purposes. So it's actually a really strong weapon, especially when you add the 30 extra levels from the relic passive. Okay, so I've just been sitting here for the past like 40 minutes. I haven't been paying attention to it. I've been doing other stuff, and we are 80 attack. And in those 40 minutes, I've gotten 122 clue scrolls. That is pretty good. But for now, we're gonna head out and go to the next thing on my task list. So once again, I am gonna put out there that this might be a stupid idea, but I do seem to tend to doubt how strong I am, and then I get pleasantly surprised, so I'm hoping that happens this time as well. But we're going to be taking a magic carpet over to Narda, and we're going to head into God Wars Dungeon 2. I got 80 attack because that is the requirement to do Vindicta and Gorvek over in the Zaros area. I'm slightly apprehensive about this because I don't have anti-dragon fire, and I don't feel like bringing my fire shield. But essentially, there is a really good weapon we can get from this, which requires 85 attack. So I'm not quite there yet, but I'm hoping to get that while I'm going for the weapon. And it's 1 in 127 chance with the boosted drop rates. It would be better if I had maxed out Zaros reputation, but I don't have any, so it's 1 in 127. There is a 100 kill count task to do, so I'll probably end up knocking that out before I get one, or I might get lucky, who knows. If you max out the reputation, I think you can get the drop rate down to about 1 in 50, but that requires you to do a different boss here, and then give faction gems or whatever to get some reputation. Alright, I need kill count as well to enter here. Something I should have changed a long time ago is in combat and action bar settings for the choose option menu, and then go to NPC attack options. Just set it to left click so you can left click anything regardless of combat level. There's a bunch of things I don't have the Slayer level to take down here, like the Abyssal Demons and the Necreals. Alright, kill count done, let's head to the boss. If I'm struggling, I might throw some defensives into the bar, but we'll see how it goes. We start with just this dude. We want to just avoid the fire. I don't think melee prayer would be a terrible idea, if I'm honest. Okay, I'm using a bit of food, but it's not going terribly. So it has a range attack that hurts a lot, and then generally otherwise it just uses melee. So if you just pray range after it uses its fire breath, it'll hit you with the range attack, and then you'll do melee again. Should be able to finish it off here. There we go. Let's see, sigil piece of Zaros. Got some of these, which is the reputation, but I think they only work for other factions, not for this specific one. There is a thing I can do for the range attack where it will heal me instead of damage me, and that is if I swap to a shield, I can use a defensive ability called Resonance. And when Resonance is active for like 5 or 10 seconds, the next attack that hits me will heal me instead of damage me. I just prefer using two-hand weapons, and I can't just easily shield switch with those. 219 dragon bones. That's my prayer leveling set right there. My super simple solution for this problem has been to just not use any prayer for the first bit, and then when he gets on the dragon, I'll either use protect from range to mitigate the range hit, or I'll just swap to my shield and then use resonance to heal back like 3000 health. And that way I save quite a lot of food as well. Ooh, that's a lot of magic logs. I'm gonna end off Vindicta for now because I'm starting to realize that the longer I slay the Vindicta, the more food I'm using every single kill. It's like the boss is getting stronger every time I defeat it. So I'm realizing that I am severely underleveled for this place. I got the kill count achievement though, so I'm gonna go and do something else. I went and slayed a mithril dragon, went to the 4 and 3 dungeon in the wilderness, and took down one of every revenant. I was told about a super weird but very easy 200 point task you can do through rune crafting. Normally you need 75 rune crafting, but I guess if you use a specific item, you can do it at 26. Now I'm only 19 rune crafting so far. The only rune crafting I've done is convert some of these purple essence into necromancy runes for a quest, but I'll finish up this batch of these, so I can only make spirit runes in here so far. I don't have the level for the other ones. And that got us to 21 rune crafting. I haven't been bothered getting a water talisman, but now that I have one, I can knock this task out. So it should be 2 tasks, actually. No, it was 3 tasks. I'm gonna save the last few essence I have and head to Runespan and grab the last few levels here. Took like a minute to get that. Alright, for that quirky 200 point task, you can get something called Anima Stones from creatures around the fort. I think it's mainly these zombies over here level 66 that drop them. The skeletons up in the forest might also drop them. We need 26 of those, and then we're gonna head down to the Earth Altar. What Anima Stones essentially do is they double the output of your rune crafting, so you get twice as many runes by having those in your inventory. And because we get 2 Earth runes per essence, that equates to 26 turning into 54, and then since the Anima Stones are doubling that again, we get 104 Earth runes. And that's how we're gonna unlock the Runecraft 100 Earth runes at once task. Like I say, easy 200 points. I have been putting off clue scrolls for long enough. I think it's about time we go and try out some. I got a puzzle casket already here, so we're just gonna solve these. I got this clue from the You Are It quest, so I'm just gonna solve that one before I start the actual clues. There we go. Got some items from that. Adamant Helm G, Adamant Cane. Got some cash as well. So I use a program that most RuneScape 3 players use to solve that called Alt1. It's a sort of toolkit overlay app. It has a handful of features that RuneLite has, like an AFK notifier, so if you're about to log out, you get a notification. It's by nowhere near as good as RuneLite is, but it is the best thing RuneScape 3 has, and it is really good. There's an app you can download called Clue Trainer. I feel like it's better than Clue Solver. Clue Solver is the built-in one. You can get Clue Trainer by copying a link into the browser and just pasting it in here. I'll drop a link to it in the video details. Right, so I don't even think I need to read the clues. I can just activate the top and it'll teleport me to where it is. And then I just activate the top again. I can probably keybind this, can't I? I'll put my pants to 2 because the pants are what do the emote clues. Oh, you need to fill the hidey hole to do this one. Okay, well then we'll just right click the backpack, swap clue. I haven't done enough clues to know innately what I need to do at each step, so I keep having to read the clue. And all the emote clues I can't do pretty much, so I keep having to swap. Number 3 is the backpack. That one swaps the clue if I don't like it. So if I get an emote clue and I don't have the outfit, I can just click 3 to swap out the clue to a different one. This one requires no outfit to do the emote clue, so why did they put me upstairs in Berthorpe when it's in the center of this place here that the emote is? There we go. That was weird. I've knocked out all of my easy clues. Let's open them up. I've got 28 caskets. Oh, black beret! Wee wee! 5 unique items. Here's my easy uniques. Nothing super exciting, you know, it's easy clues after all. Let's knock out the mediums and elites one, and then we'll do the hard bunch after that. I've got 22 caskets of medium. 5 uniques completed. Oh, I got a master clue. 10 uniques unlocked. What did I just get? Collect 25 uniques for mediums. The notifications are so delayed because it keeps giving me collection log slot updates. Here's my new updated clue tab. I don't know if equipping any of these is a task in itself. I'm gonna say that the strength amulet is an upgrade over the one I have at the moment. It doesn't have much on it, to be honest at all. Actually has some strength bonus to this one, so I'm gonna be using that from now on. Okay, I've got 4 more clues here before we start the hard ones. Oh, I actually have to do the puzzles now? That's interesting. Okay, well I guess the clue solver is good for that then. Oh, I have to fight things too. I've got to solve the caskets as well. What do you mean? Ooh, that was an 80-point task. I guess they are throwing the puzzles at me, but that's fine. Not a big fan of the scans though. I'm really hoping it just takes you to where the scan spot is. It does. Oh, thank God. I hate scan clues. That's the worst part about clue scrolls. So it's good that they let you skip that at least. Elites are notorious for being scan heavy anyway. I can live with all the other things, but the scan clues, those are horrible. Wait a second, I'm at Demonheim. I haven't been here yet. Let me go collect the ring so I can teleport back here easily. There we go, got the ring with the teleport. Let's pop open the elites. Ooh, 100k, I'll take that. I do not have much money. I'm generally re-rolling for... Ooh, Fury Ornament Kit, cool. I'm generally re-rolling for more uniques. As long as you just see it, it counts as a collection log slot. You don't actually have to claim the clue for it. 10 uniques from elites. Alright, I only got 1 master in all those, but I should get some more from hard clues anyway. Let's knock out this master clue. I'm having a really hard time getting a clue that I can actually do in masters. Like, I need a 99 to enter this garden. This one I think I could do. Yeah, there we go. Lost Grove I can do. Fill this out. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1. There we go. This one I can do. 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Griffin a scan clue. That one should be fine. And there it is completed. Let's open them up. Golden Cavalier. And the last one. Evening Dipped. Okay. Unicorn Staff. Ooh, I got a Shadow Die! I got a Shadow Die! Yo, let's go! Second Master, I got a Shadow Die. That's insane. 400 points. That's my favorite color die too. Now I just need an item that I can dye that color. Oh, I'm excited now. It was almost overshadowed by this Unicorn Staff, but it's not quite overshadowed. Alright, even with all this clue speed, it's probably still going to take me a little bit to knock out all of these 137 hard clues, 38 hard clues, but I'll speed along and we'll see how long it goes. If the gnome coach is all the way up here, why did it teleport me to the south side? There was one clue that told me I couldn't teleport to Miscellanea, and then a different clue took me to Miscellanea for some reason. I haven't started the quest though, so technically I shouldn't be able to teleport there. But some steps let you teleport there, some steps don't, I've noticed. There was also another task to search a chest in Guthanoth, but it told me I couldn't enter this place, and then there's another clue here that takes me to Guthanoth, so it's like, there's no consistency in like the requirements. Don't get me wrong, this is incredibly fast, but I feel like it could be faster. One thing I would have really liked is if they gave you all the hidey hole outfits, because I keep having to stop and cancel every emote clue because I don't have the outfits for them. Other than that though, I'm really enjoying the Clue Relic. Would kinda be nice if it just didn't give you clues you can't do as well. This is a classic sliding puzzle. And that is 25 hard clue scrolls done. You can only go for so long before your brain starts getting fuzzy. I do have 50 caskets to open though, so I'm expecting some good things. Amulet of Fury Tea, cool. $25 uniques. Well, I'm not struggling with money anymore, that's for sure. Clue item stash update. Also got my Amulet of Fury, which is actually a pretty massive upgrade. It doubles my stats. So I sorted the tasks by clue scrolls, and for the most part, it's mostly just complete and collect. But I do have the few items I need to complete the equip ones. This is one of them. 2 pieces of elegant. And then there's equip a dragon mask of any kind. Wait, what do you mean it doesn't count? It's a red dragon mask. And equip any dragon mask. What? Why does the red one not work? That is 75 hard clues done. I completely locked in and knocked that one out. I don't think I'm going for the 150 ones though. That is a task as well, but I think 100 caskets to open is a good amount. Let's go pop those open. There's only one more task for finding unique items in hard clues, and it's like 10 more uniques, and then I'm done with all of the hard clues really, other than the 150 clears, but it's gonna take a while to do that one. I don't feel like it's worth the time personally. What I would really like to see from this is some master clues, because I'm actually a little bit disappointed by how few master clues I've seen so far. Master clue, yeah! There that one is, 75 uniques from hard clues. Oh, and I unlocked a new trophy. Well, that's just nice. I got another die! I got a Barrows die! Not as cool as Shadow, but I'll take it. Very cool. Got 5 uniques from Master Clues. What? I'm not even opening Master Clues. Another Master Clue. Another Barrows die! That's crazy. I've gotten 3 dies so far. There's my 2 Barrows dies. We're putting those at the top. Keep that up there with the Shadow die as well. Oh, this teleport is actually huge. I don't know if I want to do this step yet. It teleports me straight to God Wars Dungeon 2. Master Clues are a little bit annoying though, because there are extremely many steps I just can't do. I don't have the levels for them, or they're in locked areas. It is what it is. Alright, that's all of those done. I've got 14 caskets. Pop them open. Let's see if we get anything cool in here. Nothing on that one. Put a new item in that one at least. Pajama slippers. Ooh, 200 points. a ring of trees, and a dragonstone dragon mask. Maybe that one will work with the task of wearing a dragon mask. Round glasses blue. Reaper ornament kit. Ooh, cool. 15 uniques. Oh, I'm just swimming in points here. Golden compass. Oh my god. That's the pet. That's the clue pet. Oh, that's amazing. Let's redeem it. Artemis. There we go. Look at how majestic it looks. Very cool. You're going to be following me around from now on. Oh, soul ornament kit. I got both the ornament kits then. That's cool. Bag of clues. 30 uniques. Gotta try out some of my items. Let's put this yak mask on. Let's see if this mask works. That one worked. Okay. I still feel like that's a bug that the other ones don't work though. Okay, so it does unlock the Flaming Sword override, but overrides are disabled as far as I'm aware. They were disabled earlier. Now they're not disabled, but it's also not loading. And none of these are loading though, so I think there's something wrong with it, surely. Pajama slippers. They're so cute. I am a tree now. My clue tab is looking really healthy, but I think I need to go through it and maybe clean it up a little bit. My bank is an absolute mess though. This is chaos. Oh, I get a headache just looking at it. I really need to do something about all this. I swung by Artisan Workshop because I can make myself some Bane armor for later. I'm about to hit 80 defense, but I can use the Bane weapon already. As for what I was planning to do next, I wanted to go to Dagannoth Kings because I'm kind of tired of this like super newbie ring and I want to get a better one. And there's a big upgrade path between Dagannoth Kings and Matriarchs. So I can upgrade the ring that I get from Dagannoth Kings once I do Matriarchs later. Now I do have to get to them once manually. I can teleport straight to Waterbirth, but I do have to run through the cave. Though once I've run through the cave once, I can now use my bossing portals to teleport back there if I want to restock or fill my prayers up. So that should be pretty useful. Also, I believe that because I have 100% hit chance no matter what I attack, I should be fine to simply attack all of them with lots of multi-target abilities. Don't even have tiles here anymore. That's interesting. I thought you needed to put a pet rock on one of them and stand on the other one, but I guess they might have removed that. So I have a multi-target bar here, but I'm considering removing the ultimates just so that oh, I forgot about this bit. Oh wait, you don't even need a special weapon. You can just smack it. That's so much easier than an old school, man. So much easier. I'm gonna turn off auto retaliate. This cave is a little bit nasty. It's so dark in here. I can barely see where I'm supposed to be going. It's like, look how dark it is. What is this place, man? It's just terrifying. And now it's light again. I absolutely love my stag as well. It's following me around. It's so glowy and particly. The saddest thing is I don't have this in main game because I don't do that many clues. All right, we have arrived. I'm gonna start with Protect from Magic because that is what I'm weakest against. We'll turn on auto retaliate again. I'm gonna remove the ultimates as well, so I have multi-target abilities constantly. And we're gonna start with you. Oh, I have a 100% hit chance, but it's still not doing damage. Oh, that sucks, dude. The hit chance doesn't actually work on these guys. This is gonna suck then, because I need to use magic on that guy to get the upgrade I need. I'm actually miserable, man. Well, I can teleport back here now. What's the use of 100% hit chance if you don't have 100% hit chance? Necromancy doesn't even do damage. Oh, these suck, dude. What am I supposed to do now? I paid for a whole hour of those things. I have 30 magic in range. I can't even do the one I want to do down there. At this point, I started scouring the wiki list of most completed tasks to figure out what to do for the final 1000 push towards the next relic. I somehow didn't get this task earlier because I'd upgraded the rune armor. There we go. That was kind of stupid. Do not upgrade your rune armor. 400 steel arrows. 100 iron bolts. Churn some butter. Pickpocket a ham member. Completed the buyers and sellers quest. Leveled up my thieving a little bit in the Thieving's Guild. Pickpocket a Varrock guard. 90 mining! You know, one of the best things about the Excavator Relic is actually how it smelts ores and bars. To make Elder Rune bars, you actually need 3 ores. You need these ones, Dark Animica. You need Light Animica, which is the opposite color version. And then you also need Rune. So just mining this gives you 3 ores in 1, as you get 1 bar every single time you mine an ore. 50 Dark Animica has been mined. There's a trick to passing these. The first time I just saw him fail when he was trying to walk over. There's a trick to walking over these every time, and it's just spam clicking. And then when you start walking over it, then you know that you've got it. I don't know if you know that. It's just a little fun tip. I learned it on old school. For some reason, when you fail to walk over the sticks, it delays your action, but when you succeed, it doesn't delay your action. So yeah, just spam clicking it until you walk over is the way to do it. Right, we're staying here for 50 of these as well. No, I forgot to record it, but I got 100 Animica. It came a little bit sooner than I thought, like 1 or 2 hours before. But yeah, I got that one, and then I should get another one in a second. There we go. I can put these magic logs I got from Vindicta to good use. I can use those. If I burn 100, that's 200 points. 200 points for 100 magic logs. Okay, we are very close to finishing up. I'm gonna do Enter the Abyss, and we're gonna do Lost City now. Since I'm getting a boost to experience in the next bracket, it's probably a good idea that neither of these quests give experience. Mini quest complete. Oh, you do get some runecrafting experience, actually. It's not a lot, though. Important thing to note is that you need to talk to him again after finishing the mini quest to unlock the Abyss. I don't want you running all the way to Edgeville and then realizing, oh, you gotta talk to him here again. Alright, we'll teleport up here. Easy. 30 points. As soon as I enter one of these, it doesn't really matter where I go. Can we go to the time altar? No, I haven't anchored it yet. I mean, I need like 100 and something runecrafting anyway to do that one. Need to do Lost City for that one. Is there something I can enter here? The nature one I can enter. 30 points. Okay, let's start Lost City. Right, and Trana doesn't let you bring anything with combat stats on it. So, I guess we're banking all of these things. But I can bring the things I can bring these 3 things though. I'm gonna see if the same thing I did in Fremnik Trials works here. And I open my tool belt and then remove my hatchet and then use that as a weapon. I can. Come over here, little ghost. Yeah, there we go. Easy. Does this magical door still take you to the middle of the wilderness? No, it places you in Draenor now. That's probably a better place for it to go. That's 80 points for finishing that quest, and another 80 points for getting 75 quest points. And that's a new relic unlocked! The XP modifier increases by 4 for this next tier of relic, going from 8 to 12. Additionally, we've got 2 different kinds of relics to choose from, Banker's Note and Perkfection, so let's have a look at those. On top of the relics themselves, we've now unlocked Ancient Magic Spellbook, Lunar Magic Spellbook, and most spells. All Seren spells and prayers, all Sentistan spells have been unlocked in the Ancient Spellbook, and we get the Ring of Vigor passive, which means that every time we use an ultimate ability, we save 10 adrenaline, which is just nice. So Banker's Note gives us an item which lets us note and unnote items in our inventory, which is super useful, as well as providing access to the bank from almost anywhere. And it seems really good, at least on paper, but in RuneScape 3 there are a lot of ways to automatically bank your items. There's also banks everywhere, and there's very few places where you would really need to access your bank while doing something. It obviously has its uses, you know, like runecrafting it'll be massively useful for, but let's see what the other relic is. So Perkfection sounds Invention-y, and it has the Invention icon, and sure enough, you gain an incredible stack of Invention-related boosts. You get access to infinite Invention materials, which is insane. That is frankly just insane in itself. That means you can keep trying for any perk that you would want on your tools, your armor, and your weapons. Basically best in slot Invention perks guaranteed. All augmented items and machines don't use any charge, that's great. That means that we don't need to worry about divination at all, and recharging our armor. Helpful perks will trigger 10 times more often, and that's, I believe, the same boost that you get from your items being level 20 through Invention. So I guess you just always have the level 20 benefit. Invention machines will run twice as fast. When disassembling or alchemizing items manually, gain the resources from both actions. So that means you get the materials for disassembling something as well as the money for alcheming it. You really have no use for the disassembling part because you have infinite invention materials to begin with, but it does allow you to automatically alch 60 items without having to click anything, because that's the maximum you can disassemble in one go. And finally, disassembling or alchemizing items manually has a 66% chance to save the resource. That's very similar to Golden God in old school, isn't it? Essentially means that you can alch one item 3 times before it disappears. Though I think it actually works out to be like 3.8 or something like that, because you're additively adding the 66% chance, right? So you have a 66% chance on one item, and then if it saves, you have another 66% chance on the next item. And then if it saves again, you have another 66%. So it doesn't actually go down. So you just, it additively stacks the 66%. That is honestly massive. And I think, frankly, far better than Banker's Note. I don't feel like this is a difficult choice, so I'm just gonna go with the Perkfection relic. I am very excited to just infinitely create the best invention items possible. So I'm locking that in. Next time, I'll have a look at what kind of crazy stuff we can pull off with the newly unlocked Invention relic. See you then.